In this video, I'm going to show you how to make melodic bass house like one and only Knock2. Let's talk about the drop. Consists of three essential parts: drums, synths, and ear candy. Drums give the track its backbone. Synths are where we sound design the heck out of it. Let's start with the drums. Start with the kick so hard it will slap some sense into the listeners. Then throw in claps, rides, hi-hats, downlifters and crashes. Make your drums sound so full, rich and groovy they could get anyone moving like a belly dancer. And for the processing, for kick I added EQ to boost the low mid frequencies. On claps I added EQ and distortion to shape the sound. Then for hi-hats, a simple EQ boosting some high frequencies and cutting the low mid frequencies. And in the main channel I added a clipper. Alright, we got drums. So now it's time for the synths. Starting with the bass, because it's bass house, not Mickey Mouse. You want a thick, fat sub bass here. Process it with distortion and EQ to get that perfect shape. Now, leads. Yes, you heard me right. It's melody time. Just copy the bassline, slap it onto a synth, crack one oscillator up by 7 semitones, and voila, you've got your melody. But don't stop there. Change a few notes, add a little experimentation, you lazy piece of shit. Layers. One tip for bass house layering, you can use some growly bass shots to make the main melody. But don't forget to change the semitones of the one shots. The one shots are 7 semitones up, so keep that in mind. By the way, it is inspired by Feel You Love Me, not a remake. So you can't roast me. I know, it sounds bullshit.
Made him scream, made him cream, then he slobbered on my meat.
It is inspiration, alright? For processing, I added effects separately for few sounds, just shaping it to get close to the original, to make it sound like Knock2. It's inspiration, then every layer is routed to one channel with a tiny bit of reverb, multi-band compressor to glue it all together, and at last Suit 2 and a clipper. Then I also added a pitch automation and a volume automation. And pay attention, it might sound like something is missing. That is your mid bass, covering those low mids, tying the synths together. Layers. For the processing, distortion, OTT, then EQs to shape the sound. And for the ear candies, I added these synths. In the second part of the drop, we even switch up to a detuned saw wave for variety. It's a very simple saw wave, just 2 detuned saws. And for the processing, distortion, OTT, EQs to shape the sound, and reverb to add some wideness. Now for the intro, it's very simple. A piano, Reese bass, and bunch of ambient loops and effects. Then for the verse, just a low pass clap to keep it chill before we dive right into the build up. Now, build up. Start with the snare roll and then pile on build up loops, risers, downlifters. Make it sound huge. And don't forget to introduce the main melody with a low pass filter. And add volume and high pass automation on the master right before the drop. And yes, there's a second drop which connects through the build up. The second drop got different melodies with sub bass and mid bass linked to the same pitch automation. Lead. Layers. And for the processing, dispatcher presets, this is the disperser clone, then distortion, EQ to shape the sound, OTT for compression, reverb and EQ. And I also added these bass tabs. And in the second part of the drop, we have this simple Init preset riser. So that's the track. I hope you learned something new, had a laugh or two, and got some new ideas. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let's get to 3K subs by 2025. Now, let's check out the final result.